Hey y'all, let's review a reloading tray today. Pretty neat little critter. Good price too. Stick around. Hey y'all, if you don't mind, click subscribe, and if you like the video, and click the like button, and we appreciate every one of y'all. Hey y'all, Fat Man Outdoors. Today I'm gonna review a pretty neat little reloading block we got here. Fan sent this to us, one of her subscribers wanted me to go over it. This is made by Case Gard. It is made in the USA, made in Dayton, Ohio. That's always good to see that made in the USA symbol on there. Always good to see that right there. I try to buy made in the USA stuff whenever I can. Unfortunately, we are in a disposable society, and American made products are not made to be disposable, therefore they're going to be more expensive, and it's hard to find them because retailers just can't seem to be able to sell them, because a lot of folks now are financially just not able to pay top dollar for stuff. But that's another thing, we'll talk about that on another channel. But anyway, let's review this block. It's really solid built. It's made out of some really good injection mold stuff. Doesn't seem to be any flaws in the mold. Everything looks good. The holes are all good and straight. No pieces of plastic left attached to it, nothing like that. Does have some information on it that I'm going to read to you. It's a two-sided block, okay, and it tells you on which side you need to use for which caliber you're using. This side here is good for 222, 223, 22-250, Remington, 270, 308, 30-06. That's just in rifle rounds. Now pistol rounds on this side, you get 30 Luger, 32 and 380 auto, 9mm and 45 ACP. That right there, that 45 ACP thing. A lot of shell holders you get will not accept rounds that big. They'll accept a 9mm, but they won't accept 45 ACP or 10mm. That's 45 ACP right there. Just drops right in. Got a real good spot for it. Sits in there. You got plenty of room to put your powder charge in and look at it and make sure you got everything right, and then work from there. And then on your 9mm, this little higher spot, you can see there's raised. The 9mm set in there real good. It'll hold them no problem. And I believe it's 50 count on all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 5 wide, 10 long on each one of the square holes. The bigger ones for like the 45s or 10mm, or for the 9mm. And like I said, all those calibers you can do on this side. Let's turn it over. Now this side is bigger, much bigger. So this one will accept 375 H&H, 338, 300, 7mm Magnum, 264 Magnum, 30-30, and pistols it'll accept 45 Magnum, 41 Magnum, 38 and 357. Now on this side, the important numbers to see is that 44 Magnum. A lot of them won't accept 44 Magnum because it's got that rim on it, and it's just quite a bit bigger cartridge. And the 375s and the 338s and the 300s, this is a 300 Weatherby right here. Drops right in there. Fits good, gets in there good and deep. It ain't gonna go nowhere. But now something I did notice, 45-70, it will not fit. It will not fit on either side, nowhere. So poor old 45-70, he is left out in the cold. But on this other side, you can almost fit 30-30s. I believe that's what this one is. Yeah, almost fit the 30-30s on this side, but not quite. But it will go in there, no problem. It's good and deep, so you ain't got to worry about no cases tipping over. This 223 will drop right down, or 308 rather, will drop right down on the other side, and so will 223. So they'll fall right in there. It's not a problem. And the price on this was $7.99 is what this guy paid for this one at his local gun store. Guys, you can have one of these on your reloading table, and if you're doing 25 rounds at a time, what I usually do is I'll put 25 rounds on half of the board, and then as I work, I'll take that round that I just got done that operation with, whether it's priming it, or if it's putting powder in it, or if it's seating a bullet, I'll put it on there, move it over to the other side of the block, and I'll mark on one end of the block red. I'll take a red marker and go around in there in places where I can mark it, and I'll mark half of that board as red. So that way I know these are the ones I'm working on, and these are the ones that I've just finished. And that way after I get all 25 of them over there, then I can go back, and if it's my powder charge, I can shake it down a little bit, get them level, and then I can take my flashlight and I can look down in each one of those holes, make sure I've got the right powder charge, none of them don't look like they're too low or none of them don't look like they're too full, so that I could have made a mistake, and that way that'll help you a whole bunch. And then when you're seating bullets, a lot of times what I'll do is when I'm reloading stuff, like 300s or 30-30s or 308s, stuff like that, I'll do all the processes to the case, put the primer in, I'll full length resize them, put the primer in, and put the powder in them, and seat the bullet just stuck on there, so that when I'm ready to go to the press, I just pick a bullet up, put it in the press, seat the bullet and crimp, and then set it on that opposite side, and that side that's starting the 25 that I just worked on. And that way there's chance of you making mistakes when you reload. It's just sometimes they happen. You just have to try to mitigate that as best as you can, and that's why I like these reloading blocks. And if you're going to be reloading bunches, get you 2 of them, take your little paint, shoot on one of them red and one of them green, and put them side by side, maybe glue them together, make you a 100 count block, and put you 100 of your 9mm cases down in, or 50 of your 9mm cases down in there rather. And as you work them, move them over to the green block, and then when you're ready to go back the other way, turn it back the other way, start doing the same thing, processing them, going from the red to the green to the red, and that way you don't never make a mistake. Well, I won't say that. You'll have a lot less chance of making a mistake. But guys, I hope this was an informative video for you. Go to your local gun shop and see if they've got some of these. If they haven't got any, remember, they're from Case Gard. It is a MTM molded production company from Dayton, Ohio, and these things are really handy. See if they can't look them up in their supply books, or if they can't call Case Gard and get some, so you guys will have one to put on your reloading bench. It's going to help you a whole bunch, and it'll keep you, it'll much lower the possibility of you having an accident. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. It's the Fat Man. I'm gone.